Welcome. Thank you for coming to the public meeting for the Erie Long Range Transportation Plan, often referred to as the Erie LRTP Update. This presentation will give you some information about the LRTP process and how you can get involved. The focus of today's meeting is to hear from you. We look forward to your input. A long-range transportation plan provides the opportunity for local communities to provide input on how their federal and state transportation dollars are invested. The LRTP gets updated every 5 years, is fiscally constrained, meaning we can't spend more money than we're projected to have, and has to meet federal and state requirements like those listed here. The end goal of the LRTP process is to have a prioritized list of transportation projects that will get Erie County to meet its safety and mobility goals. The plan includes all types of travel for people and goods, including transit, ports, and airports, as well as walking, biking, cars, and trucks. The LRTP is facilitated by the Erie Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, which is the official organization through which federal transportation funds are distributed. The MPO has 23 voting members, which represent local governments, Erie County transportation authorities, and PennDOT. The LRTP is influenced by stakeholders such as community groups, schools and municipalities, as well as agencies such as the Port, Transit Authority, and Airport. Last but not least, members of the public, such as yourselves, play a big part in developing the LRTP. The LRTP update kicked off in April of 2025. In September 2025, several meetings with agencies, municipalities, and community groups were held. This is our first public meeting to identify transportation needs. Next fall, in 2026, there will be another public meeting to review the draft plan. The LRTP update is expected to be finished by the end of 2026. Right now, we are in phase 1 of the LRTP update, which is focused on information gathering to identify transportation needs. Those inputs include our 5-question public survey, where we're asking for input on priorities for the plan, and our wiki map, which looks similar to Google Maps, but lets you add points to identify where improvements are needed. There will be a brief demonstration of the wiki map at the end of this presentation. All of the great ideas generated by the stakeholder meetings, which were held in September, along with this public meeting, are going to be considered for inclusion in the plan. Erie County's municipalities and agencies will be involved throughout the LRTP process. And the LRTP incorporates the recommendations generated by other plans and studies that have already been completed throughout the county to build upon the work that's already been done by others. The outcome from this phase are to better understand the current transportation problems in Erie County and gain insight into the priorities, goals, and objectives. And the overall goal is to build the list of project needs. That list of project needs feeds right into the next part of the plan, which is developing a list of prioritized projects. Unfortunately, there's an inadequate amount of funding to meet all the identified needs, and not all the projects that make the plan can be constructed at once. This means that we must prioritize the projects which best meet the LRTP needs within the available funding. The LRTP will identify studies that are needed to solve a problem if more information is needed to determine a specific course of action, policies that can be adopted by agencies to improve mobility and safety for people and goods, projects that can be constructed on federal aid highways that meet strict funding criteria, maintenance projects that can be included during future scheduled work, and lastly, local projects that cannot be funded directly through the LRTP, but will be shared with the relevant municipalities and agencies. That prioritization process is data-driven, objective, and local. The goals from the previous LRTP are shown here as an example, but these will be updated based on changes in available data and evolving priorities. Now there will be a quick demonstration of the wiki map. This is the LRTP website. You can see the links here for the public survey, as well as the wiki map. You will be prompted with a few questions regarding demographics. The questions are optional. However, this information will be helpful to the team so we can target folks we haven't yet reached. We only need them once, so if you've already answered these, it's okay to just close. You can see the points that have already been input by others. If you put your cursor on a point, it will show you the description. The ribbon at the top of the page shows you what the icons mean. You can see there are different icons for traffic, pedestrian, transit, safety, etc. You can also click on Legend to choose which categories you want to display. To add a point, first zoom in to a location or click on the search button on the bottom left to search for an address. Once you've determined what location you want to place a point, click Add Point. Then select the issue type, and then click on the map of the desired location. Now you have an opportunity to describe the concern or idea and even upload photos if you like. Then click Continue. Now you can see your point with the information that you have entered. When you click on someone else's point, you have the opportunity to like and comment on that point. Please add any concerns that you think might be relevant. If we can include them in the LRTP, we will make sure they get to the folks who can address them. Now it's your turn. Let's talk about transportation projects. If you're at the public meeting, we have printed maps showing different parts of the county that you're welcome to write on. And there are computers where you can use the wiki map to share your thoughts as well as answer the survey. If you are unable to attend the meeting and watching this video from home, you can click on the tiny URL link on this page to access the wiki map and share your location-specific concerns and ideas. You can also access the survey to share your transportation goals and priorities. If you have additional thoughts, you can always email us at pcdinfo@eriecountypa.gov. We also need your help publicizing our survey and wiki map to your friends and neighbors. We need all the voices we can get. Both will close on November 1st, 2025. Thank you for listening and participating.